Hi, how are you? I hope that you are doing so well. Welcome. My name is Nina or Sinfulpluto. And if you are returning, welcome. My hair. Welcome back. Thanks for joining us. Yo, my hair looks like a mess. Welcome back. If you are returning, I am so happy to be back. It's been a minute. I've been going through a lot. I'm thinking about doing a video about it. I don't know. We'll see. Let me know if you want to see me like being vulnerable and shit. I don't fucking know. So today we're going to be going over what is in store for you, Libra, in the month of January 2020. I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing, so don't get your hopes up. But yeah, so this is going to apply to Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Tropical and Sidereal. If you don't know what those are, you can go to astro.com. It'll give you all the information that you need to know. And before I get started, just know that this is a general reading, so therefore it is not going to apply to everyone. Take this with a grain of salt. Not everything that I say is set in stone. Okay, nothing I say is law. Use your critical thinking, use your discernment. Please just enjoy it, okay? It's not meant to be taken super seriously. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, yada yada, okay? All right. So let's see. Libra, what's in store for you lately for this month? So what is in store for Libras? What is in, which, can I finish my asking? What's in store for Libras between now? What's in store for Libras in January? What should Libras be expecting? What is the energy of January for Libras? What do they need to know? Did you guys hear that? My mother, who is the Libra, is downstairs and she's making food and it looked like something broke. It sounds like something broke at least. Hope nothing good. Maybe that's how you guys are feeling. I don't know. Alright, what's in store for the Libras January 2020? What do they need to know? What is in store for the Libras? What do I need to know, my loves? What is the energy of January for Libras? Alright. Alright, we have the card that flipped over. What is this card? Ooh! All right, we have the Ace of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. Ooh, bitch, I love this. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. Good shit. We have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Okay. We have the Five of Wands. And then we have the Queen of Cups reversed. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles right here. Under that is Temperance reverse, so maybe there is Sagittarian energy around you, or maybe that's just your own energy. Excuse me. So let's get into this, yes? Okay, so I really enjoy this spread. Yes, there's little bumps in the road. However, I see good shit. So it's interesting to me, right? The Ace of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. This is hella good energy. Ace of Cups, right? Feeling emotionally fulfilled, maybe even emotionally overwhelmed. And maybe some of you in the month of January might find yourselves feeling very emotionally overwhelmed, specifically in relation towards your future, right? And the Nine of Swords is right under the Ace of Cups. So these two cards can be in relation somehow, right? So it could be that some of you are actually feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed this month. Maybe you feel like there's just a lot of things that you have to do this month or even this year. Maybe there's just a lot on your mind, a lot of things that you want to get done, and maybe you feel as though you don't have enough time, which I promise you, you do, okay? You will have more than enough time to get everything done. Bitch, can you tell that it's a Libra video? Because I keep on looking at my hair. You might be feeling really anxious, right? And maybe there are times where you are staying up at night feeling really insomniac, feeling like you have insomnia, or just feeling like you just can't sleep at night, at least, or maybe not even get like a full rest, a full rest of sleep. Can I talk? You know what I mean though. Maybe you feel like you're not getting a full nights of sleep. Maybe you feel like you're just not getting the rest that you need, and maybe it's because you're just thinking a lot about the future. Maybe you're thinking a lot about plans that you have. Maybe you're thinking a lot about your home. Maybe you're thinking a lot about your freedom and what you want to do with it. And the reason why I say and mention this freedom is because I have this 8 of Swords reversed, which is this mental liberation. You're freeing yourself from your own form of complacency, freeing yourself from this idea that you are powerless and that you are helpless and whatnot. So it could be that, maybe you freed yourself, but maybe you are kind of going back and forth between these two sort of energies. Yeah, maybe you have freed yourself from your own mental prison, but maybe the outside world is still trying to tie you down, right? The 5 of Wands. Maybe there's conflict outside of you. Maybe there's conflict with your family or with the home or with the people that are in your immediate environment, and these people are trying to kind of bring you back into the cage that you were once in. And it's almost like they're scared of you realizing and reclaiming your power. And so it's almost like they're trying to get you back into the cage that you created for yourself, and like convincing you that you don't hold the key, so to speak. And I feel as though January is kind of a test where you kind of have to like stand your ground and show people that you are no longer going to be so emotionally receptive to the people that are trying to discourage you or to the people that are trying to hold you back. And I say that because of the Queen of Cups reversed here. This to me is like emotional insensitivity, but given all of the rest of the cards, I feel that this is more talking about how you're just not emotionally investing yourself in these people and in these conflicts. And I feel that you are freeing yourself from this emotional drainage. The 8 of Swords is right on top of the Queen of Cups reversed. So this to me says how you're freeing yourself from like any sort of like emotional volatility. You're in January, I see you kind of taking a step towards reclaiming your power, and I see you kind of gaining a sense of emotional immaturity. I feel like you're walking away from this Queen of Cups reversed, and I feel that you are using your energy a little bit more effectively, and I think that you are turning that inwards and not really bending your back backwards. You're not bending over backwards for people who wouldn't do the same for you. And it could be, in the beginning of the month, you're thinking to yourself, I don't know what to do. Again, feeling really emotionally overwhelmed and all of this overthinking. And maybe you find yourself kind of telling people off, right? And you're tired of these people trying to tell you what to do or to order you around and to kind of big boss you around, even though you're a grown adult and whatnot. And it could be that with this Nine of Swords, this is saying like, oh man, like maybe you feel as though you dug yourself a hole that you didn't need to dig, and maybe you are kind of like almost regretting this sense of like liberation. And I think it's because you have grown used to the little cage that you were in, which, it makes sense. But I feel as though there's a lot of really wonderful things in store for you, Libra. And I think that you are taking the right steps. And I think that this is a really great move forward, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. I feel that you are stepping towards things that are a lot more emotionally fulfilling. And I think that you are being a lot more careful as to what you choose to emotionally invest yourself in. And because of that, I think that you are building something that is a lot stronger and a lot more fulfilling and long lasting for you. And I say that because of the 10 of Pentacles upright, right? I feel that you are building something new, and I feel that you are building a long lasting and just something more fulfilling, like I just said. And I think by doing that, you free yourself from your own mental chains, if you will. You free yourself from your own anxiety, and you free yourself from your own sort of like undoing, so to speak. which I really honestly enjoy. I want to clarify this Nine of Swords. It could be, because I remember the Knight of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck. So it could be that, you know, progress is really slow and it might feel very slow, and that could be frustrating for you. But I feel that this has been something that you've been working towards for a while, or this is something that you are encouraged to work towards for a minute. And I think that by doing that, you are a lot more rewarded. It's all about like the long-term success, I feel like, for you, Libra, in the month of January. And I think that you are required to be very patient with yourself. And I think that by being patient, you achieve a lot more for yourself. And I think that you reach a sense of fulfillment that is a lot more long-lasting. So let's clarify this Nine of Swords. So what does this Nine of Swords mean for Libra? What does this Nine of Swords mean for Libra? Why are they overthinking? Where is this anxiety stemming from? Where is this anxiety coming from? Okay. Thank you. So we have the Page of Wands that came out. Bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles reverse. Absolutely. So we have the Page of Wands, right? This is you feeling inspired. This is you feeling like you can do something. This is you seeing the freedom that you can have. This is you feeling innovative, creative, wanting to travel. This is you wanting to go on some sort of voyage, if you will, right? And maybe that's something that is keeping you up at night, because maybe you feel as though you are not deserving of it. And maybe there is an inner conflict going on inside of you saying, you know, you want to do this, you want to travel, or you want to reach different places or different areas of your life, or you want to do something different. You want to stretch your imagination. You want to stretch beyond your limits, right? Beyond what you know. And maybe you're feeling really anxious and stressed out about that because, you know, you're comfortable, right? We are all comfortable. And it could be that maybe you were just overworking yourself a little bit. And it could be that you are focusing a little bit too much on work, for example. I say that because I have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, right? And then the Two of Swords reversed, which is like wanting to be in denial, but also like a decision that has to be made and it's inevitable. So this to me is kind of like, this to me just talks about of the decision that you have to make, or that you are encouraged to make, or kind of just like this back and forth that is going on in your mind where you want to be creative, right? However way that might apply to you, whether it's like graphic designing, drawing, sculpting, I don't know, whatever it is that sparks your sense of creativity, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever it is that makes you feel inspired, right? And then we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed, which is, to me, kind of like working the old 9-to-5 job. This is overworking yourself with very little recognition and acknowledgement in return. This is doing something to impress someone else, all the while you're kind of like suffering in the background. And it could be that you realize that you're not happy in the situation. You realize that you're not being acknowledged for the work that you're putting in. You're not being acknowledged for your work ethic, right? You're not being rewarded for all of your hard work. You're not being rewarded for all of the time that you are investing, all of the energy that you are investing. And so maybe that's why you're kind of at this crossroads and you're feeling all of this conflict, because even though it might feel comfortable and maybe it is stable, maybe it is something that provides something or a life that is stable financially or physically, right? But emotionally, maybe it's just not all that fulfilling. And maybe that's where the conflict lies for you. And I think that you are realizing that you can't continue draining yourself emotionally if for a job or for a person or for a situation that is not willing to do the same. And I think that in January, you're finding that spark of inspiration again, which I really love. I think that you're finding that spark of inspiration and realizing that you can do more. And I think that with this Queen of Cups reverse, you're kind of like emptying out the cup of all of this dirty water. And I feel that you're refilling it with something that is a lot more refreshing and reinvigorating. And I think that's what you are being called to do. And there might be conflict surrounding that, whether it's from yourself or even from the people around you who are in disagreement with you and who think that you're not making the right decisions. But I think that you know what is best for you, and you shouldn't stop yourself from doing that, you know? Let's see. I want to clarify further this. What do I want to clarify? Let's just pull more cards for you, Libra. What else do we have for you in January 2020? Ooh, we have the King of Swords that came out. Bottom of the deck, again, the Knight of Pentacles. So consistency, patience, diligence, taking the long way, you know, going by the book, so to speak, rather than instant gratification and trying to take shortcuts, right? The King of Swords, I like this. I like the King of Swords, and I like the Knight of Pentacles. And I like the Two of Pentacles. And I also like the Fool that's under this as well. And then under that is the Nine of Cups. And then under that is the Star. Like, it really doesn't get any better than this for you, Libra. I fucking love this shit. I really do. This is fucking fire. So, we have the King of Swords, which to me is someone who is ready to play a game of chess. This is someone who's ready to play the long game. And I think that in January, you are definitely being encouraged to play the long game, Libra. I think that, you know, you might be in a bit for a long ride, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. If anything, I think it's really wonderful. And I think that it's a really wonderful way to start off the year. I think that you are ready to step into your own power and to reclaim yourself and to liberate yourself and free yourself from all of these chains that you have placed upon yourself and that, you know, other people have helped in doing. I think that you're in it for the long run, which is awesome. And I think that you are ready to be patient. I think that you know what is in store for you. I really do think. And I think that you realize that this is not something where, you know, this is going to be like solved or, you know, like reach its pinnacle or, you know, have some sort of resolution. Punch buggy. I just saw it, read it. Yellow punch buggy. I think you realize that it's not going to be an overnight thing. I think that you realize that this isn't going to be solved within a month or even 2 months. I think you realize that this is probably going to take a little bit, maybe even 6 months, maybe a year. I don't know. I don't know your life like that. But I think that if you are willing and if you are ready, I think that you will be rewarded for your patience and your diligence. And I think that you will realize that by kind of going by the book, in a sense, or following a set of steps, I think it's going to help you realize that you have to go this way. You kind of have to take the long way, even if it feels really boring. And even if you see like a bunch of shortcuts, I think that you'll realize that those shortcuts won't teach you the things that this long way will teach you. You know what I mean? I think that by taking all of these shortcuts, you miss out on the really great view that you would see by taking the long way. You know what I mean? It's that sort of thing. And I really enjoy, I really do. I really feel that with this King of Swords, it's really important that you are willing to be in it for the long haul and have a plan and have a strategy and realize that this game of chess is not going to be won in a blink of an eye. You know, you got to have a strategy and you got to be in it to win it. And that means not taking shortcuts, not taking easy way outs, you know, like I get it. It's excruciatingly boring and it's like, oh, like when will I, you know, reach my prize? But I think that it'll all be worth it in the end. And I think that with time management, I think time management is very important for you with this Two of Pentacles here for you, Libra. I think time management is important. And I think that this is all about like, I feel like you're just really learning how to prioritize your shit. I really think that you're learning how to prioritize between these two energies, learning how to prioritize your creativity and innovation and also, you know, your work ethic and whatnot. And this isn't me saying like quit your job. You know, don't just outright quit your job without any sort of plan, without any sort of strategy. Like you know, job hunt first and like secure something before you do anything. But I think that you're just learning how to prioritize yourself first rather than, you know, bending over backwards for other people. And I think that you're just willing. I think that you're finally willing, and you are being encouraged to be willing to take a leap of faith with this Fool card. And again, it's all about liberation. It's all about independence for you, I think, Libra, which I really fucking love. And I think that making a to-do list or even like some sort of like bucket list would really help you in the month of January, because it's going to help you prioritize everything and like place things in order of importance that you want to finish up. Which is really great. And I think that over time you'll be able to like scratch everything out, everything that you have accomplished, and it's going to make you feel really good, and it's going to make you feel a lot more emotionally fulfilled. And I think by taking this leap of faith, by kind of going on to this new chapter of your life, by kind of taking on a little bit of that Aries and Aquarius energy where you're letting go of this past life and you don't care what other people are saying or what they think, I think that you'll feel a little bit more fulfilled. And I think that with this Nine of Cups, your dreams and your wishes will definitely be fulfilled. And I think that a lot of things that you have been wanting for a long time will come to fruition. It will take time. I'm not saying that this is gonna, you know, be an overnight thing, but I do think that there's a lot of potential, and I think that if you're in it to win it, then you're gonna win, you know? It's a matter of trust and faith and hope for you, Libra. And honestly, I really love this energy. I really feel that you're just entering this new chapter in your life, and I feel that you're no longer willing to for lack of a better word, just like be a slave to the world, to be a slave to like to work or to a family situation, or just any situation in general. I feel like you're just regaining and reclaiming your independence, which I love. So I think as long as you follow your North Star and follow like what you believe is your purpose, then we're good. You know what I mean? So I really hope that this resonates with you, Libra. Let me know if it does. Let me know if it was encouraging for you, you know, and if it resonates and if it helps in any sort of way. I would love to hear any sort of feedback that you have for me in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you want, you can book a reading with me on my website, Sinfulpluto.com. Share the video with your friends, family, loved ones, or anyone who needs to hear this message. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to know when I upload my videos. If you want to follow me on social media, you can do so at Sinfulpluto on Twitter and Instagram. And I think that's it. So with that being said, I'll talk to you later. Bye.